Hey, what's up, YouTube? It's Arkel, stay humble. And I'm here reacting to one of the most controversial crash outs of 2023 of his return, and that is FouseyTube. For those who don't know, and the newer viewers, and you, for the, I guess what they call now these days, the YNs, I don't know. FouseyTube was known as a prankster back in the early 2012s and 13s, and his channel just blew up, from doing all these different types of skits and incorporating some of his videos with his family members and etc. Small background story, not really, but ever since he's falling off and the fame started to kind of get to his head. He's been in a few mental institutions over the course of 2024, 2023, and yeah, I guess we're just gonna see some more footage and try to dissect this video. But hey, make sure you like, share, subscribe, comment, and we're gonna jump right into this. I'm gonna keep talking all day.
So it has been a couple of months since we last caught up with our buddy FouseyTube.
Indeed.
At one time, Yusuf was arguably the biggest creator on YouTube, but now he has hit rock bottom more times than I can count. Last time we talked, Fousey was experiencing his annual crash out, only this time things got even more explosive than usual, with him going off and attacking several of his employees, both physically and mentally.
Fired a cameraman in 5 minutes. Swear to God, on my mother's heartbeat, you would be.
Also, for the viewers, there's going to be a lot of profanity, so viewer discretion advised. And yeah, it's going to get real crazy in a second.
Fired right now?
And stop putting word on your mother if you know that you're lying. Bro, like, stop doing that, man. You got to stop doing that.
And you personally, I think I would have punched in the face. Stop getting you would be fired a cameraman in 5 minutes. Swear to God, on my mother's heartbeat, you would be fired right now. And you personally, I think I would have punched in the face. Stop getting
Ooh.
Hey, are you slow? Go work at Chuck E. Cheese.
Hey.
Like even his own family was not spared in his quest for someone to blame for his failures.
I'm a Muslim. You guys put me on this earth, Baba, but now I'm 34, so I'm living my own life. So, Baba, this is the last you're ever gonna see me. I live in Australia now.
It's just hilarious to me how someone can go from trying to present themselves as a beacon of positivity and pursuing your dreams,
See,
and then the very next.
I'm sorry, I'm pausing too early, but hey, let me cook up. To put your father in front of an audience, I'm not sure if he was live streaming in that video or that clip, or just for posting for one of his channels, but more than likely it was a private live stream. But to publicly embarrass your family members and expose how much you disrespect them is beyond me. Regardless of what type of relationship you may have with your parent, with your dad, come on, man. And we've seen over the years that his father has been included in a decent amount of his videos. And, they support him despite him having these tantrums and threats, and it's just out of hand. It's getting out of hand, but that's crazy. Why exposing your family like that?
Next day, the dude goes against everything that he preaches, develops a massive ego overnight, and pretty much walks around as if he was a god on earth who can abuse and treat anyone around him like a peasant.
Kevin, when I say spray, you go to her and you do this in the face, okay?
I've known individuals like this who treat people around them like crap when they feel like it, and then they try and play it off or play the victim later like nothing ever happened. These types of people almost always end up alone, or with their lone victim who endures that type of abuse. But this is really just the Fousey cycle at this point. First he's down and out, humble and begging for pity. At this stage, he's likely reconnected with God and his family. Then he starts to get some fame again, some clout online, maybe lands a few collaborations with bigger content creators. He then starts to get some money and immediately turns to material possessions for validation, and then his true self kind of starts to leak out.
There we go.
He may say something to the effect that he's going to be the biggest entertainer in the entire world, or maybe he's going to put on some massive event, and then he destroys his life like a horrific plane crash that leaves no survivors.
I'm not even gonna sit here and say sorry but like I'm trying to explain to y'all, like now that my adrenaline dumped and I'm back to Yusuf and I open Twitter and I see what Fousey did, I'm like...
Well, now Fousey has announced his new...
You know, it's a common pattern when someone realizes that they're not at the same status as what they used to be, and they can't accept it. That's one of the hardest things for people who reach a certain level in this space, where they just cannot accept. I hope my dog is not moving too much that you guys can hear him, but my bad. Anywho, sit down, please. Please, Max. Yeah, I know Max, right? Lay down, please. I should have took off the collar before I filmed this. Back to this. They always have a pattern when they start to see people drifting away from them, like as he said, where they start to, you know, publicly apologize to their viewers and their supporters. And it's only because they starting to see that they're full of crap. And the persona that they were putting on camera is not who they saw, who they were. You know, everybody has a character. And when that character gets revealed of who you actually are, people don't like that stuff. It's better to be real than fake. But now these days, everybody's trying to be fake and be copycats. But it's sad, man. I didn't expect him to become this when I was watching him at my early ages of
career,
being a
proclaiming
teenager.
that the Fousey character he created as Yusuf is dead and never coming back.
It's fucking Crash Out. He's pretending to be me. It's not me, okay?
You're not gonna get away with this. They're gonna know it's not you. They're gonna know it's not me. You're not me, okay? You're not.
But before we get into his continued horrible choices, I want to tell you guys about a great choice that you can make with today's video sponsor, Mando. When it comes to deodorant, I feel like most people that are liable to get who saw firsthand apply to everything to control, but they also have sport. You can rest it very trucky because you wear the full side for an extra pepper. This damn near 40-year-old man thinks that he is going.
I respect the video, but that's why I pay for ads. That's why I paid to not have ads. I be saying some stuff sometimes that don't make no sense, but we're gonna get through this video together.
Going to be the next big thing in music, selling out stadiums.
Took a long break, bitch, I'm back, now I'm too hot. I can't put these rocks in my bank in a shoebox.
I mean, let's call a spade a spade. This is downright pathetic.
Now everybody wanna rap.
This dude should be starting a family or running a business by now. Filthy rich with his entire life situated after being handed the world on a silver platter.
Some retard asked me why Aiden never shout me out. Like I'm supposed to give a
Looks like you do.
He was making hundreds of thousands of dollars a month for years, and instead of investing any of it or building something away from YouTube and his Fousey persona, he overspent renting an LA condo. He spent hundreds of thousands of dollars on massage parlors and other useless material possessions like jewelry and cars. And now this guy is still out here begging for crumbs at the bottom of the degenerate streaming barrel. I mean, seriously, compare him to someone like Roman Atwood, his longtime friend who had a very similar career trajectory as Fousey.
Yeah, shout out to Roman Atwood. Like, he's literally been pretty much a stand-up dude since the beginning. And, you know, he's a family man, family-oriented, and he's, you know, some things him and his family, you know, kind of controversial, but it hasn't gone to this level the way how Fousey has been bugging out for the last couple of years. But the other clip a second ago when he was talking about it's not me, that's a demon, man. He's battling and it's a spiritual warfare with him. And sorry to be the bloomer, but Christ is the only way, you know. He can take all those pains and burdens away. You know, just come on this side, come to the light, come to the light. Yeah, that's for another video. But you can see his peers, continue. Some of them have fallen off and their channels are, kind of pretty much done. Or, they post every other year. But out of them, Fousey is...
Fousey. The two even went on a damn world tour together and were co-headliners. But one guy
forgot
was
about
smart with
that.
his money, he never crashed and burned, and now he's just older with his wife and his family, and building businesses, running a podcast, and basically just doing whatever.
Yeah, and I was watching one of the... Sorry. Man, I saw one of the videos, and him and his wife was built up a whole laundromat and everything. That was pretty cool. And they starting to, develop... They're starting to... YouTube is not everything. They've made their money on YouTube, but sometimes you got to just branch out into other things, because doing it for a decade now, it gets exhausting. You kind of lose your passion for this,
whatever the f he wants. I'm sure he could walk away from the internet
Try to
tomorrow.
stop pausing
That
for a
is how
little
it
bit.
should be when you're blessed with so much wealth in such a short period of time. But obviously, there's always another side to the coin, and that is the life of Yusuf.
Who was that? Oh my god.
YSC, crash out, crash, Mr. Viral, Mr.
We gotta stop saying that
whatever
crash
you wanna
out
call
stuff,
me.
man.
Hi. Y'all
not
thought you could say whatever the hell you wanted.
not
about
something
me,
glorified
TikTok,
at all.
Instagrams, YouTubes, I saw everything, and you have to pay for it.
So now he's changing his name and his online persona from Fousey to Crash Out YSC, and in his first single titled First Day Out, he filmed a video of his funeral that was directed by
What?
King Bach of all people. Yes, like I'm talking about the one dude from Vine who no one has heard from for the last decade. The poor guy must be down so bad that he's taking this type of work.
Alright, and if you want to come and pay your final respects while the poem is going, feel free to. Here we go.
In the
This
video,
had to be
Fousey
so
is basically
cringe.
throwing a pity party for himself before he breaks out of a coffin to stick it to his haters and tell them that he's not going anywhere, questioning where his real friends were when he was down and out.
They don't like the truth because I've been stating facts. They say his killer, we killed it. I'm okay with it.
Now, honestly, this has to be my favorite moment in the entire music video.
I'm so out of the loop. I never even knew that he made that music video, let alone King Bach was in it. Out of the loop. I'm on YouTube for certain videos, and I'm off, and I'm pretty much watching videos on Hulu, Amazon. Those who can relate. That coffin?
When the guy just starts dancing around like a little kid.
You're a fan, you're a fan, you're a fan, you're a fan. Eminem will call you a motherfucking stan, you're a fan.
I don't know, something about the guy who wrote
Yeah,
Drake
that's
for
not
the
it,
greater
man.
part of the last 10 years.
That's not it.
At one time even trying to make himself into a carbon copy of him, using the Kendrick Cannot Like Us reference, just doesn't sit right with me. But hey, I guess it makes about as much sense as this entire era of Fousey.
That's the first time I've ever been in a coffin. That's the scariest shit I've ever done in my life. Don't take life for granted, because one day, what's guaranteed is we're all gonna be inside one.
And keep in mind, guys, this single was supposed to be his big moment that he has been teasing for months. But when it came out, it actually got less than 50,000 views in the first day. And even days after it being covered by some of the biggest streamers and content creators, it has only racked up around 175,000 views. Keep in mind, this is uploaded on his main channel that has over 10 million subscribers. Meaning not even 2% of those people were willing to click on this video. And I truly...
Because it's cringy. Who wants to watch that? It's not funny. He needs help. And people are endorsing this just so they can get a bag with him as he's trying to make his comeback. This is not a situation where, it led up. He just hasn't been at peace. He hasn't been at peace for a very long time. And as I said, when somebody loses the notoriety and they are not at the top of their career as what they used to be, it's hard for them to cope with it. And him getting overweight, drugs, and being around the wrong people. That's the thing too. Like when you're surrounded by the wrong people, this is the things that like this can happen to you. And not saying that everyone in his circle is, that doesn't mean it well, but for the masses, people are enjoying this. People are doing super chats and to encourage him to smack somebody or, you know, curse someone out or have sex with a female in the bathroom. Like, this is what they love to see. They love to see people be miserable because they're miserable, and misery love company. And they love to just watch this. And this is, you got to pray for him. You know, you can't just watch it to be excited to see what's going to be the dumbest thing he's going to do next. And then you're just smiling in your chair or wherever you are in your spare time. That's not cool, man. It's not good. I can't, I'm laughing a little bit for certain stuff, but it's pretty sad.
I believe that most of the people who did tune in were just there to see how bad it could truly be. Like, even the basic fundamentals of making a song sound decent, like proper mixing and mastering and layering of the track, are really nowhere to be found. In fact, the video appears to have been edited on CapCut, so I'm guessing that he mixed this shit himself in GarageBand. I mean, it truly sounds putrid. And it's really funny because this isn't even the first time that Fousey has tried his hand at music. Around 6 years ago, he had a song with DJ Khaled that was far more popular than this will ever be. But once again, I guess this is all part of the long, never-ending cycle that he puts himself through every year. Like, one day we will totally see a 60-year-old Fousey crashing out on the latest trend. At the end of the day, I really do feel like streaming was just about the worst thing that someone like Fousey could have stumbled upon. The guy is obviously impulsive, he's destructive, and constantly having to engage with a live community that he's trying to entertain so that he can go viral is a recipe for disaster for someone like him.
You are a debt to me. Every single thing I said to you was a lie. I didn't love you. Every time I you, I thought about my ex. I hate you. Your Chuck E. Cheese is. And listen, when my album comes out, when you start hearing it, when you're in the club or getting by a Chuck E. Cheese rat, don't you dare text me.
See, and then here's the thing, like, no one is stopping him. No one's checking him for this, too. Who's checking him? He disrespect his mom, his parents, his girl. And when you're hurt and you feel as if other people are not comprehending how hurt you are, they enjoy sometimes when they lose their mind and they get to that level of disrespect, they will go to the extreme measures to hurt you just so that you can feel a little piece of pain that they're enduring. But all of our pain is everything that we're going through. God's not going to give you something more than you can bear. But there's some doors that you may open up. And I've said it before. Certain doors that we may open up that we've shouldn't have opened. We self-destruct and blame others. But it was in our own doing. You got to have some accountability too. Because it's not. I did say that you got to be mindful of the people around you and your surroundings. Yes, that is true, but you have to have some type of accountability that you can't blame everybody. It's a choice. What he's doing is a choice. And it has to do with his mental illness and his spirits that he's dealing with. That it's not been checked.
And on the other hand, rapping is also considered a young man's game, and nothing that he is bringing to the table here really tells me that we should take him seriously at all. I mean, I would say this guy used to be considered somewhat of an inspiration, someone who at the very least attempted to wear their faults on their sleeve.
I felt worthless, I felt ugly, I felt gay, I felt that like that.
But over the last 6 years, Fousey has taken every opportunity to show himself to be a narcissist who is only interested in using people around him for his own personal gain. And it's like, no matter how hard he tries to present himself a certain way, I feel like people have caught on to this trend.
Pull out whatever you're talking about, you clip farmer. Pull out whatever.
The guy has deep-rooted identity issues, a problem with social validation, and ultimately he's always been driven
Nah,
by
the
a
Joker
deep
clip
sense
is
of
crazy.
insecurity. I mean, it's one thing for like an 18 to 25-year-old person to still be acting this way, but this guy is damn near middle-aged, still embarrassing himself online for a pretty minuscule amount of money that he could have been making passively if he just would have been smart at all about any investment back in the day.
Excuse me? Can I borrow $4?
No, I'm sorry. You can't ask my customers that.
I can't ask another human to pay for my coffee. Is that a Macy's rule? I'm a millionaire. I'm asking to be spared $4. It's okay. Thank you. You guys are all broke as
I mean, like, if he would have been investing back then, like in 2012 through 2017, oh my god, that money would be compounding and making so many more little money bags. But no, instead the guy wanted...
I had a quick question, like, hold on, I think my mic. Hello. Technical difficulties just now. I'm kind of curious, like, what, if anyone even remembers, because I'm out, like I said, so much stuff I'm out of the loop with. But what year did this all start? Like, anyone know in the comments, like, when did this all start with Fousey? Like, please tell me. I'm curious about this.
Wanted jewelry, he wanted cars, he wanted all this bullshit. And even now when he touches money, he still does the exact same thing. He's asking his audience, oh, what supercar should I buy this week? Or I guess I should say likely rent. Either way, I want to know what you guys think about the latest update on Fousey. I do want to thank you guys for watching today's video and dropping a like, maybe sharing with a friend. I also encourage you to go check out the sponsor of today's video, Mando. But as you guys know, it's been your boy, the Tan Superman, and some other internet...
Okay, that pretty much is the end of this video. I mean, it's not much more to cover, but all you can say you do is just pray for him, you know. Judge righteously, but just pray for him because he needs a lot of help. And for those who are happily watching him, and, you know, I've seen other, you know, content creators try to reach out to him, but at the same time, when a person does not want to be delivered or they don't want to hear the right voices, it's hard. It's hard. They have to want to change. But I guess when you get deep into making millions of dollars, thousands of dollars, this is what happens. You crash out. You lose. You don't know yourself when you don't have the money. You lose yourself when you don't feel like you have that status. What does a man profit to gain this whole world but to lose his whole soul? I might be butchering it just now. My bad. Sometimes I butcher certain things, but God's not through with me yet, okay? My memory sometimes a little pew. But hey, be careful who you have around you at all times, and nothing is worth losing your soul just for a couple clicks and laughs and a couple cars that's going to be temporary of your use. It can burn off. You can crash your vehicle, and all that money you spent into it is gone. House, cars, everything is temporary. But Christ is eternal. But I'll see you guys in the next video. If you have any suggestions for the next upcoming reaction vid or anything else that's you want to see on this channel, be sure to leave one down in the comment section. So I'll be respectful, and I'll see you guys in the next video. So Arkell, stay humble. See you guys.